today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Houston Texans versus Josh Allen and the Denver Broncos.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Unbelievable.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Allen going to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Allen.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Check. I got you. I got you, son. I got it.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Mike's 50. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Round 80. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Watch the run. Mike 50.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stewart. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On second down, Williams fights through, and now a crease. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man is Stewart. It's complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Allen now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And Charles, still a long way to go in the season. We know that. But as it stands, these are your top 2 seeds in the AFC. So I ask you, is this a potential AFC championship preview?
Brandon, I need you to get me a fence and a saddle because I'm about to ride that bad boy because I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. Maybe we could look at like 3 games a weekend and say, this could be an AFC championship preview.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. Let him know. Let him know, let him know. Run, go!
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
You don't want that. You don't want that. Get out of here, baby.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Allen off the play fake.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Let's go, defense.
On 1st down, Britt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Runs through the contact. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense taking over again. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. Sure, we're still just in the middle part of the season, but this one you feel could have ramifications down the line.
Right now, you're looking at these two teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC. And I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such. But let's face it, if these two meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
44. Mike, 44. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on first down. Britt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Allen's throw taken in by Sutton. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. He has Britt over the middle. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here we go. Here we go.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on first down. Britt busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And that's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Allen. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
7 yards, the pickup there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To throw again is Wilson.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
You ain't doing nothing today. 41 Mike.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. 7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Texans have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Both the Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get this.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
No, what happened, though?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of Fan.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing is Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Texans add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
We own them. We own them. 44, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Completes it right side to Brent. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
44's the Mike. I got him. 44's the Mike. 44's
To throw, it's Allen. This is the tight end Fan. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more. 44, Mike, 44.
Now Allen. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught by Stewart. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Britt's got it, complete. He gets away from one, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
141 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Allen now looks to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
44, Mike, 44.
They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Allen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
56. Mike, 56 right there, 56.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. And they take a knee.
2nd and 11.
Double tight. Mike 56, Mike 56. I smell fear in that offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
41's coming. 41's a Mike. It's been a long day for you.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Texans, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in on a one-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 9 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. New York ready to go again offensively. opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby, high five.
Here, over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Come on, homie.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and 9 now.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Now a second down and 6.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he gets this up across the 35 pounds. That catch good for... They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback.
Let's get off the field.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it, because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Now, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Looking middle, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 2. This complete to Langford. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed, and they're starting to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second and 5. Smith catches left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll drop to throw.
Slant route, all about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. On first down, Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Now Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running left, it's Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
A handoff. Barkley running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Gano's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your 1st down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the 1st down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went ahead and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Terrace Marshall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On second down, Barkley. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now back to throw.
Right back to Pitts again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
We got this.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It's our time. Both steps to the left.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check, Mike.
Back to throw here.
In your face.
Goes right back to Smith again. Now, he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Single, single. Single, single.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, check, Mike. 39.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. 70-10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 47's the mic.
2nd and 3.
I got one.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Let's go, boy.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
We dominate.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Check, 47. 65, 65.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
60 license.
Pick it up, guys.
Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
2nd and 13.
That's to Marshall on the quick slant.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, that's a carry that throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them.
With 1:53 left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Falcons extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. New York's offense back out there and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is taken him one-handed. What a catch.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Check, 47. I got one.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Here we go.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
They're going to look to throw.
Right here. We gotta step
He's got Smith here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw.
just like that. Just like that.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's for touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 28.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one where it didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, they just keep on rolling as
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Washington football team.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win. So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 19 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Hey, watch the slant.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Come on, fellas.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Right, 58, right there. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
What we got? What we got? Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Don't get nothing.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Guys, double tight.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's make these babies cry.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A big play there on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
We got 4.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence to him and the coaches. They felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.